Here's a Google map for 12b price controls. The map has many branches, so I'll try to walk through slowly and clearly. First, we talk about a price floor. A price floor is a minimum price. A price floor is a minimum legal price. An example is minimum wage. We talk about what happens when the floor is greater than the equilibrium price. If the floor is less than the equilibrium price, the floor has no impact on the market. The market wants to go to equilibrium, so the only time that the floor is binding is when the floor is greater than the equilibrium. So we're going to talk about what happens when the floor is greater than the equilibrium price. The first effect is obvious. Price will be greater than the equilibrium price. The market wants to push price down, but the law keeps it up. Since price is above equilibrium, that means that shortages occur and persist. It also means the quantity traded will equal the quantity demanded at that floor price, which will be less than the equilibrium quantity. It means something other than price must ration to sellers. More sellers want to sell than buyers want to buy. So the buyers get to pick and choose on something other than price. It means gray markets will emerge. Some people will break the law. It means buyers will find ways to reduce the effective price without changing the nominal price. They'll do something that makes that makes buyers get less when they sell without changing the nominal price that they pay. A price ceiling is a maximum legal price. Rent control is an example. When the rent control is below the equilibrium price, it means the price will be less than equilibrium. It means shortages occur and can persist. It means the quantity traded will equal the quantity supplied, which is less than the equilibrium quantity. It means something other than price rations to buyers, that gray markets will emerge, and that sellers will find ways to increase the effective price without changing the nominal price. We close with this question: are price controls good? Well, a couple comments. One, recognize that price control will create winners and losers. If you're able to have an apartment in New York City for $450 a month, and the market price is really $4,000 a month, you're a winner. In fact, you'll put that apartment in your will to go to your heirs and designate which heir gets it so they don't fight over it. It means the winners have an incentive to lobby for the control. If you're winning from a price control, you want to tell the government officials how good that control is and why they should keep it in place. Maybe make it bigger. One example of this might be labor unions and their support of minimum wage. Most labor unions make more than minimum wage. Why are they one of the biggest supporters of minimum wage? One answer might be that as minimum wage rises, the demand for union higher priced labor also rises, which increases their employment and wage prospects. We also point out that more effective ways to help the people that controls are meant to help often exist. An example of this is to compare the earned income credit versus minimum wage. Earned income credit targets directly the working poor. The minimum wage targets people who are making low wages, which are not the same things. The most recent study by the CBO shows that about 30% of the increase in minimum wage, which is occurring or has been proposed, goes to people who are living in poverty. The other 2/3 goes to people who are not living in poverty. For example, when my kids work for minimum wage, they weren't in poverty, but they got higher increases in minimum wage just as poor people did.